All right, here we go. What's up, Bruno? Is it Bruno or Bruno? Imagine me trying to actually say things correctly. That doesn't sound like me very much, to be honest. All right, let's get this camera set up properly. There we go. All right, today's plan is for us to continue showcasing Mercs. That is the plan. It is Bruno. There we go. Like Bruno Guillemarish. I can't say his name. Like Bruno, who's about to be... I'm going to have to learn how to say his name. He's going to be an Arsenal midfielder here soon. Anyway, today's plan is to test Mercs while finishing the campaign. We are in Act 9. That's where we're at. And we are building out, welcome everybody. We are building out our Luminary Beginner Build Guide to Perma Mercs. And there is so much info that is out there now. It's insane. It is actually insane. I'm gonna bring this over here. This is a post. I'm gonna do this as just a whole video as an informational post. This is a beautiful post from a day ago that's on the build subreddit. Luminaries, what Mercs have you tested? And this is other people who are doing things like what we're doing. Just going in and testing different people and speaking about their experiences. And there's 282 comments. And not all of them are just people just making jokes. A lot of them are actually really, really helpful and include POBs and videos, all sorts of really different good stuff. So I will link it here. Reverse Heroism. Thank you for asking. I will link it here. I will make a whole video featuring this as a discussion post. Because what I'm going to do here pretty soon is, maybe even tonight, when I'm done streaming, I got to go pick up my car from getting my family's car for getting new tires for the wife and for the kids. But then after that, basically doing a summary statement of all the stuff that we've learned, playing through now 2 different Luminary characters on 2 different accounts, and then going from there. Yeah, Bruno, you're absolutely right. I watched Baylor's video. He made a good comment just in general that the feeling that I got from Baylor's video was, please more people pick up Mercs so that way I can try them. And that's okay. That's an okay request. Because there's a lot of different combinations of Mercs that are not available on the trade market at the moment. They probably do exist, but people aren't necessarily clicking hire all these mercenaries because people are only looking for specific mercenaries. So I thought that was a pretty helpful community statement. Like, hey, let's go out and find more mercenaries and test them. And that's one of the things that we're trying to do. But there's just tons of really good info, both about specific Mercs, but also about uniques, also about setups. And I think what we'll do here, where is my mercenaries tab? Here we go. I think what we'll do here in this one video, because we're going to do this video at some point, of how to play through the campaign, how to blah, 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 do all that, how to early maps, how to progress as a general statement for like introducing players to the Luminary. And then we'll probably do this video, types of mercenaries, with overviews and explanations of each mercenary, probably with some video footage and me rambling over top of describing each of them. And then we will probably do... Oh, there's another one that I was thinking about doing, which is this one that I'm describing, which is a smattering of resources. Making a video to showcase all of the various discussion posts, POBs, VODs, etc. Like making a one-stop shop video that just goes, hey, this is going to be a bunch of Luminary info. Here's a bunch of it. Welcome, Cable Guy. Good to see you. So those are kind of some of the videos that are going around in my head that are resources that will be helpful to the community. It's at least what's floating around in my mind. Okay, I have a 7 league step that I was going to use to hopefully help our Merc. But in order to do that, I would have to swap off of like rings and amulets. But I don't think I'm giving him like rings or amulets right now. So I think the amulet that we were looking for was Perkul's Toe. That's why we were going to use amulets. A third ascendancy would give me more options, right? We wouldn't be scaling with like links at that point. So that's something to consider. I need to set up my AG here. I think I'm high enough level that we can do this now for AG. So we need to go set that up for the AG and get that going and progress through Act 9, which we were almost done with. None of this stuff even shows up on my filter. That's spooky. It's because I've got too high a filter on right now, but that's okay. Alright, so now we've got at least a little bit of some stuff going on. Am I the one who's using haste right now? Yes, I am. Okay, I'm using haste and pride because our mercenary that we're using right now is our shield crush bastion. That's what we're using at the moment. He's been okay as we have progressed through the campaign. There is actually another mercenary right here, so why would I not hunt it while I'm right here? What is this? He's a swift blade. Now swift blades are two-handers. Okay, we had one of these early on. He's got flicker strike. This was a guy who we had early on. He grants frenzy charges. He's got trigger blades. He does have brutality. By the way, I actually think when people say things like brutality bricks your build, or bricks the Merc, I actually think that is only true if you are running a Flame Link elemental style Merc, right? Like, that's it. If you're not running that sort of Merc, then brutality doesn't brick the Merc. Like, if you're running Pride on your Merc, then brutality doesn't necessarily brick it. It might actually help it. So that was kind of an interesting thought process over the last 24 hours. It's been a very interesting... 24? Has it been 24 hours? 36 hours since I streamed last? It's been interesting to think about, like, what are our options? What is the available info that's out there? What are other players discovering? How can we continue to contribute to the conversation? So we're going to hire this guy. We're going to reserve him. We're going to replace, I think, our Storm Hand or our Shatter Sword. I don't think there's anything on either of them. I should check, though. I should double check. Since this is the start of my play session for these guys today. Okay, she doesn't have anything on her. Are those my only Mercs?
Don't just stand there.
Don't just stand there. Okay, this guy. We're going to dismiss this guy.
Oh, come now. Don't be uncouth.
I think the dual wielders could be good, right, with Paradoxica. A lot of people are talking about using Paradoxicas. So that could be interesting. Alright, so he flicker strikes to the target. That might actually be the most helpful movement skill. If only he didn't leap slam. If he only flicker striked to the target. That could be pretty cool. Fortunately, he does more than just that. But that could be good to test that out. Alright, so we make our way to the Black Core. We get a ginormous shield. That's the goal for this guy. Get a big giant shield on him for shield crush. And then let him go crazy. We basically only want him to use shield crush. His shield throw of Triathis, maybe it applies impales, and so maybe that's good for then his shield crush to pop. But, it's not great. Oh, I keep forgetting to put life tap on things. I need to do that. Life tap on shield charge and life tap on frostblink, so that way we always can cast. As long as we're alive, that is. And then today, hopefully, after we defeat Act 10, we will get started with some mapping and some early mapping showcases of Luminary play. I'm not even sure if I'm going to go down the Flame Link route. It is a lot of power early on if you slap a Void Eye on it. Like, just getting +5 levels early on. It's kind of a lot of flat damage. I might look for a Wild Strike Combatant. Basically, I'm trying to save purchasing these guys until we get to maps, because once we get to maps, then we can just purchase in every single map. We can go in and get a different warrant for different mercs and just test from there. Something that I don't know if it's worthy of a whole discussion video. You guys let me know what you think. I had this thought today while driving from one location to the next. I think that mercs, when I think of my own playstyle and how I like to play this game, I'm mostly a minion player, right? I mostly don't like to click on things. I like to let the computer click on things. And I think that that is fun and engaging for me. I recognize minion playstyle is not fun and engaging for plenty of other players. But for me, that's what's enjoyable. It hurts my wrists the least. So, I had this thought. I think that mercs are basically minions 2.0. Because when you think about it, one of the things that makes, maybe even the thing that makes minions what they are, is auto-targeting, right? So that way you don't have to click, you don't have to target. That's a hallmark of the minion playstyle. And secondly, that they're basically a Swiss Army knife of options for solving problems for your build. Right? These are two of the major aspects of the attraction of playing a minion-based build. Is lack of having to target things manually, and the massive diversity, the plethora of riches that are the Swiss Army knife of mechanics that you can layer upon layer as you're playing minions to do just about whatever you want. In whatever style of content you want. Single target, fast clear, slow bossing, speed mapping, loot that, not even loot, content that requires you to be careful and not get hit, like Sanctum or even Heist. And then other content as well that you don't care whatsoever if you get hit a whole bunch. In fact, maybe it's part of your build to get hit, like Simulacrum. Or even Blight. There's just a number of different attractive pieces of playing as minions. And I think that's basically what mercs do now, is mercs help fill that spot. They're minions 2.0. And here's the thing, I just need to make it as a whole video. It's going to be a whole video discussion. Like, mercs add more diversity than minions could ever dream of. Partially because mercs can still use minions. Luminaries can still use minions, right? I'm using Animate Guardian and Spectres right now, while also using a minion. So, I think there's an interesting relationship going on here. Why you're seeing people like Baylor Mage, or people like me, people who are primarily minion-based players, all of a sudden going, Mercs, look, I'll do my best Baylor Mage here. Here's my best. I need gloves. I need to be wearing gloves, and I need to have a vape. Here you go. I have a vape. I have a pretend vape. Why, hello there, YouTube. That's such a bad Baylor Mage. But why is it that minion-based players are being attracted to the Luminary? Is it just because it's new and shiny? I'm not attracted to playing a new assassin, or a new hand spellcaster, self-caster, or a new cast on crit character, or whatever. I'm not attracted to that. You got something that's going to do the fighting for me, and I can just be here, piloting it, strategizing it, funding it. I'm here for it, right? What Merc are you currently using? I just made it to Act 6 on my Merc. Nice. I am currently using this Bastion right here. It's level 51 in a level 64 zone, and he's doing great because we got him this armor for like 1C the other day. Huge amount of flat armor. He uses mostly Shield Crush. Occasionally he'll throw out Spectral Shield Throw of Trathis. But with the Physical Aegis, Determination, and Tempest Shield, and Shield Charge as his mobility, like, just take a look. He usually shield charges to close in on an opponent, if he uses it at all. If he's got range to an opponent, he'll throw out Spectral Shield Throw. And then other than that, you see the triple waves. The triple waves are his Shield Crush. Shield Crush is actually pretty good on this guy. And I don't say the area level thing to undersell it. I say this to showcase this. This is a level 64 zone. This is a level 51 Merc. There have been plenty of Mercs that we have found in the same level of zone and gone, this is kind of underwhelming. The only auras that he's getting right now are Pride from me and Haste. That's it. So there's other things that we could be doing. We could be boosting him a little bit with plenty of other things. But we're not, partially because we're trying out other Mercs. I don't want to invest too heavily into one Merc and then just be committed to that. Because I want to test out several different Mercs. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm not going Flame Link at the moment, or Intuitive Link. I'm leveling some of this stuff. I've got so many Flame Links on my other characters. I'll be fine for Flame Links. But part of the reason why I don't want to go with the Links for the Ascendancies is because I already know what that's like. With my level 95 Luminary, I already know that that's a steady path, and there's plenty of other players who have already played that. That's established. Like, that's chaos. Oh, nice. Thanks, Kramer. That's an established pattern, right? Having Luminary Flame Link scaling with your HP and going Blood Magic and super scaling your Flame Link levels. Either with Void Eye or with Empower. And then playing roughly some attack version or some spell version of a character, right? Already used to that. I think the one thing that is known about Luminary right now in the community is, oh, isn't that the Flame Link Ascendancy? And so partially what we're trying to do here is to showcase there's a lot more to this thing than just playing Flame Link. You need a shiny shirt for Baylor cosplay? Oh, you're right, and I would need to dye my hair. Didn't you already do the Link thing at League Start? What you said about attack Mercs and brutality feels like it should be true, but we can't know without testing. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I've already done the Flame Link thing. It's known, it's doable. Trepannin, or even other high crit chance weapons, it's doable. Like, I think the Links are kind of the most... I don't even want to say League Start friendly, right? Because it's not one, it's not necessarily League Start friendly, and two, there might be other stuff that's actually better. We just don't know it yet. There hasn't been enough testing. It hasn't been around yet. Not enough players have messed around with things and gone, "Hey, look at my build." So, yeah, I think the Flame Link thing was just the most natural and most popular build kind of archetype to take off from the get-go for Mercs. But there's a lot more. And we're finding that out because sometimes there's even multiple ways to play one particular Merc. Because you could play the Merc as either offensive or defensive. Right? It's either supporting you or you're supporting it. It's not necessarily one or the other. It's possible to play the same Merc in multiple different ways. I saw somebody today, or yesterday I guess, post a beautiful video of a Facebreaker Merc build that was blasting down Maven. I shared that on the G3 Discord. That was crazy cool. Just as a concept, just like two-shotting Maven. Why not? Because why not? Because you can. Mostly with using a Merc as support. The Merc gives you a bunch of flat damage based off of its weapon, so you give it a huge, hard-hitting weapon. It doesn't have to be fast. And it's going to give you a flat amount of damage based off of that weapon to you when it shouts. And then your damage is going to go through the roof for when you bonk. Pretty good. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. All right, what do we want to do here? I like phasing. Phasing is always fun.
For freedom.
All right, anything else here from Bannon?
Good luck out there.
All right, I think this is good.
Now that the point.
All right, let's grab a drink, and then let's go finish... I guess let's get a few levels, and then we're going to go ascend. Yeah, Rallying Cry Merc. You've got it, Morph.
My chair got moved. Hey Zeke, can you come here? Can you hand me one of the big blankets on the floor? I'm cold. As long as you're just using the Lego bin, you may do that. You do not need to ask to use the Lego bin.
Okay. I want to try caster mercs. They always seem to wreck my characters. Yeah, there's a couple of casters that seem to be pretty strong. One is the exploder caster. But it's almost like explosive arrow. But it's not explosive arrow. Okay, what else do we want to do with the tree? We've already got sovereignty. We've already got additional specter. So how many specters can I do? Once I get up a level or two. Can I actually do 3 right now? Maximum 2 race specters. I think I've got +1. I think I have a +1 here. I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah, level 13 you can have +2. So this is literally where I'm at. So I can have a 3rd specter right now. Do I have my desecrate somewhere? Yeah, there's my desecrate. Okay, so what do I have right now? Right now I've got onslaught. No. I've got the 2. I don't have onslaught yet. So let's get a forest warrior. But I don't know if I actually have enough gold to do this. So let's go see. Let's go see if we can do this. How much is this going to be? Is a good question. How much gold? Oh, it's only 1,700 gold. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Forest warrior, and then we go back, and then we pop it, and then we grab it, and now we've got 3. So now we've got onslaught. So now we've got power charges, frenzy charges, onslaught. That's what we're looking at right now. So that's good. Okay. What else? Also, the link seems fiddly, and so it's at cross purposes with the comfort and ease of having your little helper worker server side. Yes, I agree with that. It's a more active kind of play style. Like, hey, press buttons because you want to press buttons. No, but what if I don't want to press buttons? My issue with caster mercs is every time I find a good one, I get 2 or 3 taps, even though I tank eater and Exarch. That's what I'm saying. Like, some of these look pretty good. Welcome, by the way, if it's your first time watching on stream. Welcome, welcome. It's good to have you today. Okay, let's go pillage the guild stash for... I'm finally going to get a upgrade for mana. I've been using the just the small mana one the entirety of the league. Okay, I don't need 2 movement speed flasks anymore. In fact, what we need is... Nope, we don't want this. We want this. Yeah, that looks good. Some more armor, so that way when we get smacked, I probably still won't press it. Alright, so other than this stuff, I think something that I was going to grab as a tank was just to grab, like, gains endurance charges. Is it this one? Yeah, 25% chance to gain endurance charge when you are hit. That's a good defensive layer. We already have corrupted blood. Cannot be inflicted. I've already got all my elemental resistance pluses over here. I think we just come in here and grab more life for right now. Okay. Tab 11 for warrants. Nice. We're going to rename it. Warrants. Warnerants? Warrants. There we go. That's with an A, isn't it? Yeah. It's not war ents. It's war ants. There we go. Nice. What do we got in here? A bunch of stuff that we can't use yet. But it's good stuff. We got an infamous kineticist that's low level. We've got a regular kineticist, 2 regular kineticists. One that uses kinetic bolt of clustering, the other that uses barrage. And then a storming zealot. Ooh, that looks interesting. Unnerving blast, shockwave totem of shocking. Wave of conviction and divine ire. If only he would just use divine ire. We could go back in time to when Guardians just blasted things. Okay, so we need to get up to level 69 is what we need to do. Look at this. The shield crush guy is just fine. Look at this is amazing. I wonder if I can actually find him a shield upgrade. Part of the reason why I'm willing to spend currency on upgrading this guy's shield is because I'll just use it. Right? If we swap off of this mercenary because we find a better one, I will just use whatever it is that we find. And that will undoubtedly be an upgrade from our hail-painted buckler. Oh, boy. Pay no attention to the gear that I am using from Act 2. Okay, let's go see. I wonder... Is it up here? Is it Torched Quartz? Is Act 10 where we can find mercs? Let's go check our guide. This is why we have our guide. Mercs will appear control blocks. Okay. So we need to go down and find control blocks, then we can actually farm that zone. Let's go through Torched Quartz first, so we can get to Innocence, or Avarius reassembled. And then we'll go find Torched Quartz, and we can go hopefully find an upgrade of a Merc. I do think there's some level of correlation. It's not like direct, but I think there is a relatively consistent rule of thumb is that mercs who are lower level themselves are lower power level. Like, at least for campaign purposes, it seems like the higher level merc is better. And it's not always just because of itemization either. Like, sometimes you'll just find a really good merc, regardless of level. But in general, getting a higher level merc is better. Also, I think it does have to play off of their supports. For instance, has anybody seen a Merc in campaign that has like this setup? Like this setup is insane. He's got 4 level 3 supports. That's insane. Right? But I think he's limited not just in the level of supports in general, but I also think in the number of supports. I think that's another aspect too. So, is the stat stereotype limitation for Merc gear still there? That Int Merc can only use Int-related gear? Yes. That is still there, Morph. It is true. So the way how it works is if you're an Int or an Int Strength or an Int Dex, right? If you're a hybrid, then you can use any of gear that has those requirements as a stat. But what you can't use is gear that doesn't have those requirements as a stat. So if you're a hybrid Int Dex character, then you can't use strength-based gear. So if it's unique that's strength-based, sorry, you have to use a character that is either strength-based or that is strength hybrid, strength int, or strength dex. That's just what you gotta do. I like that the game is trying to tell me to upgrade my flask. Iron, why are you using pathetic flasks? Because I can. Because I have 82, 81, 81 elemental resistances. I need some chaos res. Not for the campaign, I don't. Try to kill me, will you? Ooh, magic fact. Here we go. Oh, to me. See, his clear is still doing just fine. He shield charges into packs. I like his... Bastion might be, like... I don't hear anybody talking about Bastion. Bastion might be low-key... kind of a good Merc. I don't know if he's good for bossing. I don't know if he's good into maps. I don't know if he just scales off. But Shield Crush... Plus, supposedly it's a league where everybody's just got a billion currency, right? Because, you know, tile loot is there, even though monster loot isn't there. It does seem like people have got a lot of currency. It should mean...
There's chaos.
Like, crafting a good shield for this guy, or for any Bastion that's using Shield Crush. It's particularly spamming it. That could be quite good. There's a chance that it could be good. Also, the two-hander guy. I want to try any of the two-hander guys. I want to try them with a Void Home. That's kind of what I was hoping for as I was leveling, was to find a two-hander and then go out and buy a Void Home, because the drawback of Void Home, it's got a ridiculous fast attack speed. It's got the highest, I think, possible physical damage rolls at the level that it drops at. But it's got a pretty steep penalty because you lose, like, you actively are nerfed on your experience. Well, Mercs don't care about that, right? So it's a good item for them, at least for the level that they're allowed to use it. There we go. See? Decent bosser. That was a level 65 zone, and he's a level 51 character. One thing that would be interesting to have would be to have a way to farm Mercs, to trade Mercs in the campaign. At the moment, they're like scarabs in that you can't. You're not allowed to do anything with them until you're in maps. I'm not sure I'm in favor of that. I think by the end of the league, I'll have a more solid opinion of it. Like, GGG is so copiously generous by providing these zones where you farm for your Mercs. Maybe that's just being greedy to say, hey, I play softcore trade, so I want more trade options. But it would be nice if there was some way to trade for your Mercs early on, while still in the campaign. But maybe it's just too much clutter at that point. Because at a certain point, nobody's going to want them, right? But maybe that's not true, because players could still use them for twink leveling, right? Twink level your Luminary. That'd be kind of cool. I got a cool max staff with exploding mod on it, SSF. Wonder if I can make it work on my Mercs or maybe AG. Yeah, go for it. Can't you do Gravebind? Can't you do Gravebind tech? So that way any kills that are nearby count as your kill. Warrants should be available from level 33. Welcome, Polymer. It's good to see you today. Yeah. Yeah, I think the question then becomes implementation, right? If that's kind of just a universally held opinion. Like maybe remove the farming zones and just make them tradable, but then like if you don't have these guaranteed farming zones to find Mercs, I do think some things need to be taken into consideration for SSF players, right? Like, not everybody plays trade, so I think the target farming is good as an option. But it would be cool if there was a way to drop them and then exchange them. But they come preloaded into the zone. Like, where is my Merc in here? Who knows? This is control block, so there should be a Merc around here somewhere. I don't think it can spawn in a boss zone. Not up here? Let's go check over here. Nope. Nope. Yep, here we go. Okay, who's the Merc? It is a sniper! Sniper, no sniping. Okay, we liked the sniper with barrage volley fire. I think we had sniper, right? Somewhere in here? Sniper in campaign. Act 9, no, Act 10, control blocks. This is forced spawn, right? Level 66. Sniper. Okay, this sniper... We liked this way back at level 38 when we got it. We said Barrage of Volley Fire was the primary damage source and had better, faster clear than Swift Blade, slightly worse single target than Swift Blade. So this one's got Frenzy Dash, Rain of Arrows of Saturation. I don't know about like that. We're going to find out. It's got faster attacks, multiple projectiles. It's got Maim on Ensnaring Arrow. So we're going to try and hire it. We're going to reserve it. We're going to replace Tara the Skeptic, the Stormhand. I don't think I have anything on her. Do I? The Stormhand. Nope. I got nothing on her. Alright, goodbye, dear. It was nice to meet you. Did I rank the Stormhand somewhere on here? I think the Stormhand was worse in clear than the Bastion. Whoops, Bassett, Tion. Stormhand. What was it? It was Storm Call is what she used. Slightly better than the Sniper. But worse in single target than the Swift Blade. Leave the target farming zones. When you get a warrant, you talk to Act 4, which teleports you to an arena where you can duel for that Merc. Oh, okay, so almost like Einhar's Bestiary. GGG likes repurposing zones. Why not repurpose the PvP arena? Right? Nobody's used that for years. That's a great solution, Polymore. It's a really good call. Target in sight. Okay, how much damage does she do? So far, it seems like she does no damage to me, and Shield Crush has taken her down pretty easily. All right, so we're gonna farm this zone for different Mercs. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go kill Valenta with our Shield Crush guy, because we know the Shield Crush guy is good. But that's another thing too about all these Mercs is finding like a decent fight to have as a control zone or a control specimen for how quickly they can take on bosses or clear zones. SSF would still have targeted farming, and Trade League would still have more targeted Merc acquisition. Yeah, I like it. I've been looking for a Frost Hand with Ice Storm and no Ice Nova. Ooh. Good luck in your search. Hopefully you can find one. Some of this stuff Like, I think Luminary might also be the ultimate kind of SSF long-term chase play. Right? Because not only are you farming for uniques, but you're farming for like different uniques depending on the merc that you hire and the merc that you find in an SSF environment. So for those who really like long-term goals in an SSF environment, that could be it. Do you see how good this Bastion is? That was not slow by any means. That was pretty good. Pretty delightful. Alright, so we get another passive point. We turn in the banner. Who's Identify here? Is it Whalem? Nope. Is it Lily? Nope. Is it Lonnie? Yep. Level 65. I'm only 64. Okay. I've got 3 skill points to spend. Conquer ground, 6% life. I want to refund these as well. I should probably just grab life at this point and pretend like I'm cool. Let's refund these. Can I refund this yet? Did I refund that? Yeah, I must have already refunded that. Alright, so this is good, this is good, this is good. Could we come in and take the damage recouped as life? We're already kind of over there. Like, why not? Like, what's stopping me? Ooh, yeah, we need that. We don't need the int. Okay. Let's come over here. And let's do the recoup. Yeah. This is what, 36%? No. It's 30%. 30% of damage recouped as life. Let's take that. I think there are far more mercs that are quite good, but streamer bait says only one merc is viable. I think you're right. I don't think it's just streamer bait. I think that's probably what folks are planning for their own builds. And then, like, this is partly what I was trying to talk about today in today's video. Was there's a whole huge portion of the player base that doesn't think for themselves. And just goes, oh, whatever so-and-so is playing or recommending, that must be good because they're a professional streamer. And yeah, it probably will be good. But it's going to be good coming from the perspective of a professional streamer. With their tastes, with their particular gameplay kind of goals and approaches in mind, right? And not every player is the same, so following build guides is always a buyer beware situation. Okay, here's a combatant. All right, we found a combatant. He's got Inspiring Cry, Herald of Ice, Frostblades with Chain and Multi-Strike, Spectral Helix with lesser elemental damage attacks, slower projectiles, lesser faster, Frostblink, and Wrath. This guy could be good. But the Herald and the Wrath? What? With Inspiring Cry? This guy could be good. Did we find someone who's good? Alright, let's find out. So if I hire this guy, who is he replacing? Because I don't think I've tried everybody out yet, right? I have not tried everybody out yet. We were going to try out the Sniper. And then the Swiftblade. I think we've already tried out the Swiftblade before. I don't want to say goodbye. See, this is another thing. I have 2 accounts with 2, which you're allowed to do. That's according to terms of service. I have 2 accounts with 1 Luminary on each. Only having 3 Merc slots for your entire account? That means you only have 6. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, Mercs should be account bound. So let's get rid of the Swiftblade, and let's go for the combatant. We're going to dismiss this guy. Because we've already tested the Swiftblade. And, to be honest, we've already tested the Sniper. So, even though she's probably good, like, the purposes here isn't just build a good character. The purposes here is test stuff out. So, just reminding myself that. Okay, let's hire. Let's reserve. Let's see if he kills me instantly. He does some damage. He's trying. Okay, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Maybe add a node for Luminary that opens up more slots. Luminary's already so tight, I feel like, for slots. Okay, so he's got claws. So claws and swords. So he's not going to be able to use the shield, right? There's no chance. Yep. So the Bastion still has the shield. I'm actually going to wear the shield now. Ha-ha! Now I've got 1,000 armor. I'm going to invite this combatant. And we're going to go see what his AI is like. Let's go see. Let's go back to the control blocks. Same zone. Same zone. Right? And let's take a look. Okay, is he mostly using Frostblades? It seems like Frostblades. Mostly Frostblades. But he shatters stuff. I like that he shatters stuff. We should use this guy. Yeah, because shatter is so good for defensive purposes. Now, this is all white mob trash, but... Okay, another sniper. With return and chain. Why, game? Why? She also has puncture. And she's got haste. I gotta hire her. We gotta hire her. We gotta try. We gotta try her. We gotta try her, right? Okay, the fact that she's running so much, that's good. Stay on top of her, Merc. Crossblades guy, get her. Ooh. Quite a bleed that she did there. That must have been punctured. Okay, so we got her. So Frostblades looks good. At least this guy with Frostblades. Now, I would not have to...
There's chaos.
Oh, thank you, Kramer. I would not have to be using Pride right now. We could be using something like Hatred. And because he uses 2 one-handers, we could give him Claws, so he just has 1,000,000 attack speed. Let's go see how fast the Valinta fight is. Let's go see. Also, if you're new here and you're watching for the first time, welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos and the discussions. And all the testing on the Luminary Beginner Guide. An introduction to the Luminary. It's quite illuminating. Okay, I would say he's comparable to the Bastion in terms of his bossing speed. Nothing else has changed. We haven't changed any of our auras. We haven't changed any of our specters. Although this was the first time that he used his spectral helix. He seems to use that around here. See that? That's the floating blades. Woo, 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 woo. Be cool if we could buy some MTX for the Mercs. GGG win. So he chills and he shocks because he's using a Wrath aura. So I wouldn't use Wrath. And he also he doesn't use Hatred. He uses Herald. So maybe he would be a good Flame Link mercenary, right? Because you just give him a bunch of flat, and that's going to scale up his Herald effect. I think that's so. I think that's true. Maybe one option. I think he's similar to the Bastion in terms of his clear of bosses for single target. So it's roughly similar. It doesn't feel like it's very long. Doesn't feel like he's cycling between too many other abilities. He's just using the abilities that actually hit the target and do damage to them. Okay, so let's try... That's without any upgrades onto the combatant. Let's try the sniper. Same zone. Let's get back out there. I like the attitude. Let's get back out there, mate. Okay, let's go to control blocks. Alright, so she has a haste. So I'm going to take off haste off of mine. She has brutality? Brutality on puncture, but not brutality on barrage. Okay, so I'm going to give her wrath. And what else are we going to give her? Zealotry. Right? Oh no, that's spell crit. That's stupid. I just wanted regular crit. What else do I want to give her? Hatred. I think I've got it somewhere on here. Hatred. Yep, Hatred floating around over here. Let's give her Hatred instead. So now she'll have Wrath and Hatred. And let's go see what she's like. Okay, does she also have a Herald? Or is she just shattering things? No, she does not have a Herald. She's just shattering because of the amount of cold that she's got with her. So on our way to Valenta, on our way searching for a Merc. I like the number of projectiles that she flyers, shoots, uses. I think I was combining all of those words together. I probably want to use Elemental Weakness rather than Vulnerability, and she's using a mark, right? Poacher's Mark? Yeah. So she Poacher's Mark single targets. Not as impressive on the blue. How is she on the yellow? I called her up here and then she jumped back. Not as great. Okay, here's a Blade Ambusher. This is a guy that does the Blade Trap. And Spectral Throw. This could be quite a bit of damage. This is one of the guys that brings summon Skitterbots. I think we have a Blade Ambusher on here, right? Yeah. Okay, we also needed to put down the Combatant, right? Combatant. In campaign, same thing. Sniper mostly uses barrage of volley fire. Mostly. With some puncture. And then also, what else does she use? She's got a... Oh, she's got a haste aura. Yeah. She's got a haste aura. This combatant, what did he come with? He came with a Herald of Ice.
Bearded, balding.
Oh, thanks for the sub there, Bodan. Welcome, welcome. Herald of Ice, something else. Right? What was he using? Oh, Frostblades. Frostblades, there we go. See, it just took me a second. This is what happens when you get older. Okay? I'm the ghost of your future. You're gonna bald, and you're gonna start to forget things. Well, not just start to forget things. You're gonna continue to forget things. Okay, so now we've got another sniper. So I could trade one sniper out for the other, basically, is what we found. And we did do that. And now we've got the Blade Ambusher. Didn't I find one of these? Swiftblade. No. So I guess we didn't have one. Okay, Blade Ambusher. So we found two snipers back to back. Then we also found a Blade Ambusher in campaign, level 66. He's using traps. He's mostly using Blade Trap. And then what is it? Spectral Throw of Spectral Helix and Spectral Throw. Spectral Throw plus Helix of Trathus. And then he's got Summon Skitterbots. Skitterbots and Grace. Grace plus Skitterbots. Alright, let's try to hire him. We're going to reserve and we're going to kick out... I guess we're going to kick out the sniper. If I do it this way... No, I don't want to actively dismiss her right now. Does this mean I lose my Bastion? I think it does. I think we get rid of the Bastion. I think he's low enough level. We found other things. Don't get emotionally attached. Remember, we said that before. Don't get emotionally attached to these people. They're not people. They're items. Throw them away. Dismiss them with impunity! Oh. Yeah, Bastion carried me from level 51. Alright, do we want to give her a little bit of damage? Just a little bit of damage? Give her some damage? There we go. Alright, now we're going to hire him. We're going to reserve him. Let's see how this goes. Okay, he's going to try and put down his traps. Just don't step on his traps and you'll be okay. What is the zone that he's got flying around him? Is that the spectral? I don't know. But he does damage. Yeah, he seemed to do a little bit of damage to us there. I'm going to need more portal scrolls. So far, weakest mercs for me are Blade Biter, no single, no AoE, Ice Crush, some AoE, but single is terrible. Okay. Let's try this guy. Let's invite him. I'm going to need to buy some more portal scrolls. I think this run through was like the first time I've ever actually had to buy portal scrolls from Faustus. That was quite humorous. Not Lily. Is it not Whalem either? Is it Lonnie? I do so little purchasing in Act 10. There we go. Let's buy some portal scrolls. Alright. Ba-ding! Ba-ding! Is that your beautiful daughter or is that somebody else?
I made a tray of brownies. That's how I like my Rice Krispie treats.
Nice.
Make brownies for Mom's party on Saturday, so
Well, that's pretty cool. I like to hear that. Okay, so his traps... The trap playstyle is always going to be a little slower. Right? The Sniper's Clear was good. We need to go back and add that in. The Sniper's Clear was pretty good. Sniper was in here. Yeah, Sniper Barrage for Clear was good. Sniper not so good for single target. Yeah, that's... I think that's about where they go. This guy's Clear... Like, his damage is fine. It's just that his damage is delayed because he throws traps. So, here's rares. Once the traps get sprung, the rares go down. So he's probably going to be a better single target. Right? He'll kill Valenta just fine, probably. We can dismiss the Sniper. Ooh, what did we drop? Thank you, OGs. Ooh, nice. Divine Orb. Money, 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 money. Money. What else do we got? Nope, no mercenary that way. Let's go up towards Valenta. And we'll find our mercenary. Throw down some traps. Look at that. See, he shreds blue packs. So his clear, I think his damage is actually... Like, his damage is better than the sniper. But the delay of his damage is kind of annoying. Because he's a trapper. That's just the nature of trapper keepers. Where is the Merc over here? Is he down here? Yep, there he is. Hello, Merc. Hello. Throw some traps. Blow up the blue pack. That's the way. Okay, we found 3 snipers now. This is now a conspiracy. She's got Frenzy and Barrage. No. Away with you. Do I even want to take anything that she has? No. No. She's just a disappointment. Just an absolute disappointment. Okay, let's go check and see how good this character's single target is with Valenta. Alright, he's going to throw some traps down. He's got... Oh, also because of his spacing, he's not always going to have, like, the frenzies and the powers. But look at that. His single target is definitely better than everybody else so far. Like, that is the fastest Valenta so far. So we're going to mark that. His single target is good. Blade Ambusher with Blade Trap. His single target is probably as good as the Shock Ambusher. Blade Trap. His clear... I'm going to say probably up there with the Swift Blade and the Shatter. Not quite the Sniper. Like, his damage is there for the Sniper. But it's just the trap playstyle. It's the trap playstyle. His speed, as a result of damage, is good. But as a result of throwing traps, is meh. Right? So, like, once he gets the trap out, the damage does good, but he's got to get the the trap out. So I wonder if we just stack action speed on him. Right? Why not stack action speed on a trapper and see how that goes? Alright, so who are we getting rid of? We're going to get rid of the sniper. Oh, she's got equipped items. Thank you for the reminder. It's good stuff. I don't even know. We've talked about this earlier. It's 2 copies the equipped weapon. So we just want huge giant weapons? Does attack speed matter? Because the attack speed on Blade Trap, like, it makes the spinning rotation go faster, right? I think that's the way how it goes. So basically you want, like, the biggest hitting weapons available at this level. At 66. Is what you want. So we're okay to add just some flat damage onto stuff. Flat damage onto stuff. There we go. Only on Blade Trap? Huh. Alright, so we are level 65. So we can farm this, like, basically until level 66-ish. I think is the way to do that. And then maybe go do, like, 1 run through the feeding trough to get to 67. And then after 1 run in the feeding trough, then go ascend at level 68 into 69.
There's chaos.
There's chaos! Okay, he blocks attacks, and he poisons, so he's blocking a lot of these blades here. There we go. Got him down. I think my shield charge is actually doing good damage because of the armor that's on here. Look at that. Yeah. Shield charge is actually doing okay damage. Alright, here's a magic pack with extra life that's enraged. Let's see. Deleted, deleted, deleted. Pretty good. Pretty good. His... Oh, man. I really don't want to like this guy. Because he uses traps. There's a huge part of me that just is biased against traps, but he's actually kind of good. Okay, help me theory craft here, folks. What do you want to see on this Blade Trapper to see if we can't push his damage to, like, the instant his trap goes off, stuff dies? What would be good low-level uniques? We're talking level... He's got to be 66? Yeah, level 66. They got to be Dex or Int. He's hybrid. So what would be good? Like, Beanos? They got to be one-handers. So just really big hitting daggers, I guess? Okay, a Sanguimancer. We've never bumped into one of these before.
Don't waste it.
A Sanguimancer. Strength, Dex, and Int. So she can just wear anything. Boiling Blood. Creates a pool of boiling blood. Stormcall of Trathis. Sets a marker on a location after a short duration. A bolt strikes the marker, dealing physical damage, causing bolts to strike at any other markers. Bolt impacts will leave behind a pool of boiling blood, which deals physical damage over time. So she would use Malevolence. She body swaps. So that's a movement skill. And then she flame dashes. Corrupted Blade Vortex of the Scythe. This spell creates a swarm of ethereal blades which briefly orbit in an area around you, dealing damage and applying corrupted blood to all enemies in their radius. And she uses Pride. Okay, let's hire her. Let's kick out the sniper. And here we go. Let's give it a shot. She's not taking very much damage. There we go. Now because she wasn't popping traps. Okay, so she popped some traps. Let's go check her out. See what she's like. The Sanguimancer.
Never could stay away from the death trades for long.
Invite. All right, we're going to go to the same zone. We're testing everybody in the same zone. It is a control factor in the controlled blocks. A controlled test. Okay, is she just good? Okay, the single target might be a little lacking, but we need to write this down. Sanguimancer. Sanguimancer. With boiling blood? Like, what was it? Blade Vortex of the Reaping Scythe? Something like that? She's level 66. We found her in campaign, Act 10, control blocks, forced spawn. Blade Ambusher. Where do we put him? I think we put him, like, for his clear, right below the Stormhand. I think the Stormhand was a little bit better for clear. Did we already move him? Yeah, we did. I don't think he was as fast as the Splitting Steel guy. I think the Splitting Steel guy is faster, but I do think he's faster than the Bastion. There we go. Okay, so Sanguimancer. She seems to clear trash pretty well. Is that boiling blood that she's clearing trash with as well? Or is that body swap? She's kind of constantly behind me. The Reap thing, the Scythe Blade Vortex thing is good. That thing is good. Okay, here's an Eruptor. He's got Infernal Cry. He's got Leap Slam, Trigger Slam, Ashen Fissure. You never want Ashen Fissure. Creates a Fiery Fissure which deals attack damage converting fizz to fire. Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. Faster attacks, lesser increased. Gilded Additional Fissure. Doesn't that mean really good? He's also a two-hander. We can put Void Home on this guy. Oh, and he's got Herald of it. Okay. Oh, let's... Okay, we want to reserve. He's going to replace our combatant. Ooh. Yeah. So many Mercs! I want all the Mercs! I gotta catch all the Pokemon. This is Pokemon. This isn't... Everybody's saying this is Heist 2.0 when actual reality. In actual reality... This is this is true Pokemon League. This is true bestiary. We found an Eruptor. Eruptor. In the campaign. Whoops. In the campaign. He uses, like... he's got a Gilded Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. Herald of Ash. Okay, let's... How much is Void Home? No. I can't just go out and buy him Void Home and then be like, well, look, he's better than everybody else. Okay, we have to invite him first. Let's invite him first. Go see what he's like. Because the one time that I played with an Eruptor on my League Start Scion, it wasn't great. It really wasn't great. See, he Leap Slams into things. He double Leap Slammed into that pack. Like, he covers the ground with a lot of stuff, but did he actually do damage? I think Void Home would be incredible because of the attack speed on there. But then again, maybe he just Leap Slams around everywhere. Which might not be the greatest, right? Okay, what are we giving him right now? Let's give him Haste and Pride. There we go. Does that help his single target? He Leap Slams a lot. The Fissure of Snaking, like, targets things, but he doesn't actually do much damage. Hello, game. The game is stuttering because this guy is Leap Slamming too much. Can his Fissure get up there? Yeah, I can. He can get up there too. That was pretty good. Let's go see. What else do we find? We found a Storm Hand. She does the Storm Call. Yeah, she does Greater Storm Call. Ball Lightning of Static. Sigil of Power, Conductivity, Lightning Warp, Purity of Lightning. We've already seen her. We've already got her on the list. I think this guy's clear is not that great. I think he's kind of mid for clear. Eruptor. I would say he's right around the Bastion. Right, he might even be slower than Stormcall. Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. I would say for clear. Let's see what his single target is like, okay? Alright, here's our control test case. It's Valenta. It's not as good as Blade Ambusher. I would say it's similar to like what the Sniper was. Last week when we had the Sniper and the Sniper was trying to take on single targets. Now if I give him Void Home, he's just going to be silly, okay? Should we do that just for fun? Just for fun. How much is a Void Home? Do I have enough gold? Yeah, I've got enough gold. But what if we give him a Void Home and then he just leap slams his way into Katava's face? What then? The explosions. I don't even know if the explosions are helping at all in this single target scenario. Look at all these extra fissures that are going off that I don't think are doing anything for the actual target. Like, it's great that they're all going off. If you just want to, you know, roleplay as somebody that, I turn the world to ash. You know, that works. But if you actually want to do damage, all of his volcanic fissures are just flying around everywhere else except the target. Okay, let's go buy a Void Home. I guess we don't care about any of the rolls on Void Home. Because the 150% increased damage and attack speed are just set. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a Void Home. Okay, are you ready all to see some silliness? Let's give it to the Eruptor. No? Oh, because we don't have weapons. We don't have weapons unlocked. Ah, man. Okay, so let's unlock weapons. How many do I need? Do I need 5 passives? Right, 5 Orbs of Regret? To do a respec? Let's do it. It's fun. We're all about the fun. This ain't no fun in games. I need 5. Come on. Come on. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay. Can I refund rings? Can I use weapons, shields, and quivers? Okay, there we go. Alright, go to Eruptor. Here we go. Void Home. Alright. Now let's go see what he's like. Now let's go see. Alright, is anybody ready to laugh? Okay, nobody's drinking anything. Don't want anybody spit anything out of through their nostrils, so I'm not responsible. Alright, we're using Pride and Haste. Maybe I should be using Anger and Flame Link. This would seem like the character to be using with Flame Link. Okay, there we go. There we go. Look at that with Void Home. All of a sudden, he's a good character. Well, yeah. If you give him a ridiculously overpowered two-handed weapon for two-handers at this point, he's incredible. Oh my goodness, this is cheat code. Void Home, people. Void Home. If you have a two-handed Merc, You are actively harming your own gameplay by not using a Void Home if you can go out and get one. But look at his single target. His single target is still pathetic because he's got all these additional explosions all over the place that don't actually target the one thing that he's smacking. So he rolled Gilded, additional fissures, but you actually don't want that. Not for single target, at least. Look at this. Here's the single target. This guy's going to take forever. He's not even resistant to fire. Look at this. My Shield Crush guy would have had that guy down instantly. My Shield Crush guy couldn't use Void Home. It's actually better. It's better single target damage if there is multiple enemies, because then the fissures actually do something to everything, right? He's not just sitting there spamming his fissures. Maybe I need to call him away. That's what it is. I need to treat him like he's a ranged character. If he's on top of a target, call him away from the target to actually get the fissures to hit. Oh. Maybe that's the way to play him. But that's going to be super annoying because he's going to constantly be going in with Leap Slam. And then you're going to be constantly calling him away like, no, 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 don't be in the middle. Hit it with your Gilded Fissures from far away. And he's going to be like, I can Leap Slam in there. Let's get after it. No, 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 no. We don't want you to get after it. We want you to just stand back and fissure. I don't think I bring this guy into Azaro. I think if I bring this guy into Azaro, I'm going to have a bad time. I guess there's other monsters inside Azaro. Right? Oftentimes there's the Mountain Fonts, there's the Sentries, the Guardians. So it wouldn't be too bad of a time. Okay, what's this Merc? Who do we find? We find somebody who can replace our Void Home meme. A Bloodletter! Okay, he's a dual wielder. He's a Bloodletter level 67. Let's go put him in here. Bloodletter. Bloodletter. In campaign, Act 10, Feeding Trough. Level 67. And what does he do? He does Bloodthirst and Blood Mortar. Oh no, the Mortar skills are bad. Everything that I've seen that does anything that's tagged Mortar is really, really bad. I mean, we're talking actively don't play it kind of bad. By the way, welcome to the channel. If you're lurking or just watching for the first time, you can, of course, like, subscribe, and ding the bell to be notified about future video discussions and live streams. Just like this one, you can also join the G3 Discord. And don't worry, I spam people over there whenever I go live or whenever we share discussion videos. But yeah, it's this stuff with the mortars. Like, the Flame Charlatan, okay? The guy who we hate the most. Feedback for GGG. We need to add this. Please delete or rework Flame Charlatan. Thank you. This guy, he uses mortars. Mortar skills seem to be bad. So the fact that this says mortar on it, it's almost like Blazing Salvo or something. Or Rolling Magma. It's not necessarily good. Okay, he's got greater brutality on Lacerate, Multi-Strike, and ailment damage. So this guy's all about the bleed. He's got Perforate with chance to bleed, increased area of effect, and a dot multiplier. He's got Oil Slick. Creates an area of oiled ground which slows all enemies. And then he's got Leap Slam. This guy looks like he could have, like, potential. Okay, so we're going to reserve. We're going to replace... We're going to replace the Blade Ambusher. I think the Blade Ambusher is actually how we're going to take out Azaro. So we're going to dismiss the Sanguimancer. Before we dismiss the Sanguimancer, we got to put him... Where do we think the Sanguimancer goes? Sanguimancer... for clear was actually pretty good. It was pretty okay. Like, roughly a little bit better than the Blade Trapper, I think, but not as good as the Splitting Steel. BV of Reaping Scythe was really good. That was the thing that we would want on the Sanguimancer for the speeding through. I think single target was actually better than Splitting Steel. Better than Storm Hand. Not as good as the Vol Double Strike or the Mini Shot I shot. Any news? Not yet. Okay. No, Flame Charla is my homie? Okay, Morph, you're gonna have to explain it to me. How is the Flame Charlatan your homie? Because when we had him, he would stand there, and this was his action speed. There's my mortar. I'm putting down a totem. I'm now casting Purifying Flame. I'm now summoning a second totem with Scorching Ray. I am now working around to... He didn't have a war cry, but he had something else with it. You plan to play with it? If you can make it work, share it with me on the G3 Discord so that way I can see it. And I can laugh and be ashamed. But, yeah. Oh, the single target is so bad. Look at this. This guy should be going down. Ugh. Single target is so bad. Okay, let's swap over to this guy. Let's give him a shot. He shows dominance. He's like, I am a Templar, and I will do things at exactly the time I choose to do them. Okay, we need to actually invite this guy. Whoops-a-daisies. Is it faster to invite from Hideout? I think it is. Alright, invite the Bloodletter. He's two-hander, and he wants bleed. So we could get weapons that have increased chance to bleed, right? That would be what would be good for this. Because rare weapons can roll increased chance to bleed. Right? Attacks with this weapon have such and such chance to bleed. We could even use a unique weapon on him that just increases the bleed chance. Okay, his clear is not impressive. His single target. Is he gonna hit this guy? Maybe it's just about the stacks of bleeding. He seems worse. He seems worse than the Fisher's bro. Even without Void Home. Even without Void Home as a meme. This guy seems worse. Maybe it's partly because it's a dot-based build. But that doesn't look good. Let's go find Valenta as our control in the control blocks.
There's chaos.
Oh, thanks, Kramer. It's chaos, Jerry. Okay, here's another Merc. It's another sniper! Well, by Jove. Okay, kill these assassins. How do you do on the single target on the assassins? You alright? He does alright if they're moving, right? Because they're bleeding. So, things that stand still, he doesn't do great against. So you should play the Bloodletter if you are target farming monsters that are constantly moving. But once they stand still, it's a whole bunch of the damage being done that's not being done. Okay, this guy's got Soul Eater. Can he take him down? That's decent enough single target to take down somebody with Soul Eater. That was okay. That was okay. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh here. Maybe I'm not being too harsh. Maybe he's just kind of mad. Yeah, he's just kind of mad on the single target. And Valenta doesn't move unless Valenta is phased. So bleeding on Valenta is not going to matter. Okay, so Bloodletter. What is it that he uses primarily? He uses Lacerate and Perforate. Lacerate, Perforate. He's also... Does he have a Pride aura? Is that what he's got? No, he's got Oil Slick as an aura. Yeah, his clear is not the greatest. He's worse than I would say he's even worse than the Shock Ambusher. So, Bloodletter. Lacerate. I would say he's worse on this. I would say his single target... It's a little bit better than the Cruel Mistress, who had the Profane Cascade, that all she was doing was spamming that, but pretty bad. Tempest Rising unites boots. Gives aggressive bleeds. Oh, good call, Mark. Good call. How about the Axe? Actum for hit-based melee Mercs. Requires level 63, crit chance 35-ish, and Mercs don't need int. Could be good. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I'm not even going to let him finish this. Even with Culling Strike, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, so we're going to dismiss the Bloodletter. Doesn't mean you can't build around it. You all are already starting to name things that we could use to actually, you know, make this go. But we're just going to say for right now, that's where he is throughout the campaign. Okay, the Blade Ambusher so far is the one that's better, that we're going to invite with us to go into lab. We're going to try and go do lab. We're probably going to die in lab, won't we? We're sub 3k life. What should I get here to increase my life? Probably some rings that aren't trash. Yeah, some rings that aren't trash. Okay, let's grab... trade. Let's grab a ring that's not trash, please. And by not trash, it'll be 1C, and it's going to give me so much elemental resistances. It's crazy. We're going to say 120 life on a ring. Look at this. They're 1 alk. We're going to say 75 elemental resistances. It's still only 1C. Okay, this one's 2C, and it's 3k. This one's 2100. Increased lightning damage. I don't care about lightning damage. This is all resists. Let's go here. 2600 gold. Let's go grab this. This is going to help us survive. There we go. Okay, I needed this for Dex, so we can go back and can we craft a Dex on this? Probably. Probably not. Probably not. Nope. Okay. So we're going to craft... What do I need on this? Oh, I need Dex. You know what I need to do? Grab an amulet that's got dexterity. That's what I need to do. Alright. Amulet. Amulet. Dexterity. How much am I off by? 1? Oh no, I'm off by 40. Okay. So I could... I'm 2 points away from this. We're just going to do this. We're going to do this. And then, how much gold do I have? 600. Nope, because this has got suffixes. This has got full suffixes. That's got full. Okay, so we need another ring or amulet. That's got at least 30 dexterity. Sure, let's invite this person. Let's direct message this person. Let's message this person. Any of these people? Any of these beautiful people. Hey, there we go, 5C. So you don't have to use gold. You can just do it the old-fashioned way. You can message a person and have an interactive experience. Ta-da! Interactive experience away! Excellent. Alright, now with my interactive experience, we can look for more life and some more resistances on a ring. So let's go over here. I don't necessarily... I could use the Dex, and that would actually allow me to save these 2 passive points. Right? That puts me down to 127, and I need 130 for this. Yeah, 130. So I'd be 3 decks off. So let's get something that's got dexterity as a ring. Not any corpse as a ring. Anybody? Okay, you're AFK. You're not AFK. Ooh, that's kind of steep. 50C. Let's do 60 of these. There we go. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? How about you, my good sir? All right, what about 20 decks? Anybody? Yeah, we got some of these. Minions deal reduced damage. Oh my. That's pretty funny. 10C, 10C, 20C. Well, that gives some strength, too. Strength is always welcome. Not just as a source for life, but just as a general thing. Okay, the other option that we can do... Oh, there we go. Excellent. A Bane for Stun Me. 20C. Here we go. Alright, so once we've got our HPs sorted out, we're going to go in with our Blade Ambusher, and we're going to take on Azaro. With how easy crafting is now, do unique weapons actually make sense on an attack merc? I looked over the list of them, and they just lose to rares mostly, except Essentia Sanguis, 800 DPS unique. Well, it all depends, right? It all depends. Like, here's an example. Here's an example. If you are playing Link, Scion, all right, then this is 1-2, so 1 ascendancy point, or 1 ascendancy done, 2 ascendancies, 3 ascendancies. So with 3 ascendancies already accounted for, you have only 1 ascendancy that can get you any of these uniques that you want to use. Now, unique weapons, shields, and quivers, that's great. That's 2 slots that's used. But a lot of the time, there will be a unique that will outperform a rare in a given slot because of the scaling of a particular merc. And that's part of the joy of what we're doing right here, is trying to figure out those different interactions, right? What actually works, what doesn't, what potential things are there. Okay, not reserve. I think we want to bring him in. Let's bring him in. Do I actually? Yeah. Let's bring him to Aspirant's Plaza. Let's see if he dies right away. Let's see if I die right away. We don't want to use Pride. We want to use... It's an attack, right? It's not a crit. For Blade Trap? Let's give this a shot. I should be using Purity. So that way then I don't have to deal with ailments. That's probably what I should be doing. Oh my, there's things that actually explode in here. Kill the rare guy. Kill the rare guy. Throw some traps down. Throw your traps down. He's trapped in there. There we go. Nice. Good stuff. Alright, is there a golden door? Yep, there's a golden door. Where there's a golden door, there must be a golden key. Alright, is it in the next zone? Or is it in this zone? It's over here, yep. Alright, we got Hatred. I keep forgetting to put Life Tap on things. It's going to come back to bite me. Alright, Lever. Golden Key. Yes, of course, Azaro. You're brilliant. Thank you for the observation. So I think this guy is my best single target right now, of everything that we've found. That Sanguimancer was kind of interesting, though. The Blade Vortex? If she could have kept the Blade Vortex going, like, all the time, that would have been pretty neato. Alrighty, let's go to the right. Which will let us down in this attempt of the labyrinth? Will it be Iron's terrible dexterity on his fingers and his hands, getting himself killed on traps? Or will it be his fabled mercenary? Find out as the old bald man attempts to navigate the labyrinth to his doom. Yeah, I think the ease of crafting. Like, here's one of the things about uniques that makes rares beat them out. You cannot use any of the Eldritch or Eater implicits or anything like that. You don't get to do any of that stuff when you've got a unique. Unless it's a specific unique that allows you to break that rule, right? That says, hey, you can also have Eater or Exarch implicits. And Eater and Exarch implicits are huge for Mercs. Especially once you start using the big boy, like, super expensive Mama needs a new pair of shoes kind of ickers that can roll the pinnacle boss sorts of things, which always count for you since players count as pinnacle bosses in the presence of Mercs. And so if you use a unique, let's say Helm, then you're giving up the chance at that particular implicit. Let's say Boots, that has an action speed implicit. Like, there is not a mercenary out there who could not benefit from additional action speed. Like, this Merc right here, the Blade Trapper, he would throw his traps faster, right? Which would improve his clear, and it would improve his single target. Just from action speed. Which, by the way, I have Boots. I've got Boots that I'm getting ready to use here. I have them in my stash. Merc gears. I have them right here. So whenever I've got a Merc that we want to use, I should be using them actually right now. Do I have enough regret orbs? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't have enough regret orbs to actually go in and regret this and put it through onto Boots. But legendary Boots with 15% action speed, that'd be pretty good, right? Now, one of the other things that we were talking about earlier in the campaign when we found one of these trappers was... ooh, that hurt. Was trappers have an advantage as trappers or miners because they can preload a lot of their damage for boss fights because they throw down traps before the boss actually spawns. But Mercs don't seem to do that, right? Because Mercs don't know a boss is en route. They just have default AI that go binary. There is an enemy in range or there's not. And so that's kind of another downer about the Merc or the miner. The trapper or the miner. Like, they won't necessarily be that great for bossing because they can't preload their damage. They're going to wait to throw their damage out until the boss is up. But maybe you still could scale up their damage to the point where you could still insta-phase. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. This guy's single target is definitely the best single target out of all that bunch that we were target farming. And I would recommend people do that, by the way. Like, if you're leveling up a Luminary, I need to write that as a note. This needs to be like a FYI or a tip or something. Common complaints addressed, FAQ. Where's the FYI? FYI, don't be overly emotional. Yeah, like, if you are coming up on a DPS check, consider force spawning Mercs until you get a good single target style Merc to help you get through the DPS single target check, like Kitava, Act 5, Act 10, Bizarro, etc. Like, if you're coming up on a single target that you know is a single target, why would you go in there like risking having a bad time and having a frustrating time when you could probably you're already gonna need levels or something because you're already below the zone, right? Oh, wrong direction. So I feel like that's if you're a newer player and you get frustrated easily by like dying a whole bunch or not knowing a fight or not having the gear to just gear check the fight, I think that could be helpful. Okay, is this the third fight already? Wow, that went quick. Throw your stupid traps! Oh, and his skitter bots also help. That's where the chill and the shock are coming from. Look at that, 17% shock. That's good. It's a good amount of shock. Where are you swinging? There we go. Now this is pod racing.
There's chaos.
Oh, thanks, Kramer. Anything good here? Add 6% quality. Add 50%. Ooh, 50 million to a gem. 50 million to what is the question? 50 million to automation. That'd be fun. Faster attacks. Actually, let's do a transfigured. Let's do a transfigured gem here. Let's do... I kind of want the pride. Let's do intuitive link. What do we get? Storm Rain of the Fence! Viper Strike of the Mamba and Lancing Steel of Spring. Which one of these is the best? For trade? Viper... Is it of the Mamba? Is that still any good? Is that worth anything? That's 2C. Of Spring. Oh, that's 95C. Storm Rain of the Fence. That's 1C. Okay, well, we're going to grab Lancing Steel. There you go. So we just made 90C for the character. Ta-da! Not bad. Okay, now that we've got this Ascendancy, we have 2 more Ascendancy points that we can use. So we're going to use Boots. And what else? Boots and Rings? Boots and Helms? Sure, we're going to use Boots and Rings. That's what we're going to do for right now. And then we need to make sure that we don't accidentally override these boots. Okay, so as we're going to go kill Katava, what do we want? Let's put these boots on him. Merc gear, boots. These boots were made for throwing. And that's just what they'll do. Alright, let's go kill Katava. We're going to get huge big ol' penalty of elemental resists. And that's okay, because we're going to be at what? 140. 82. Am I in Act 5 right now? Oh my goodness, I'm in Act 5. I'm an idiot. Let's go over to Act 10 and actually kill the right Katava. At least I noticed it now.
I heard from the car guy.
What'd they say?
He'll touch base tomorrow and see what time we can pick up tomorrow.
Because they didn't have the tires
They
in
didn't
stock.
have the tires.
They didn't
He
have the
had to
tires in
go
stock.
get their place now.
Which means they don't have them. Because they're still en route.
He
Okay.
said, no, he said we have them. He said we just got them in. We won't have time to get them on before the end of the day today.
Sure. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to be flying home from my lunch meeting. And then we'll go in between then. Oh, that's good. That's good.
So we'll see how we'll see. Or we just stop on our way to soccer. Just make that a bypass stop on our way to take her to soccer a little later.
We could do that.
Or we can fly. They don't start till 3:30, so we could just drop. You know, we could just sleep on our way.
That would make
Way
sense.
off the road, but
That makes sense. That
that's
makes
an
sense.
option. That's an option too.
It's a good option.
We just need Allie.
She could go with me. She could go with me. Alright, let's see what this action speed, what his trap throwing is like. So far, so good. But we've got a Alchemist Gripped Rare, a couple of these Katava Heralds. These guys are no joke, usually for HP. So if they're all standing next to each other, the traps should be going off right now, right, buddy? Am I not using... I'm using Haste and Wrath right now? Yeah? Okay. Well, we made it to level 67. That wasn't too bad. I would have thought the single target would have been better there. Kind of interesting. Wait, is this the correct way? This might not be. This way. This is the way. This is the way. Here we go. Alright, onward to the feeding trough, and then with Katava down, we will go into maps, and then we can finally purchase warrants! Also, I can just do, like, some high-level, what you call it? Deep dives. I'll go play under the sea for a little bit to give myself some gold. Because I don't have no gold, I'm not going to be able to buy any mercs. We're going to have to buy cheap mercs. We're going to buy cheap mercs. We only buy cheap mercs. A lot of people talking about mercenaries right now. A lot of good people talking about bad mercenaries. We're, of course, talking about good mercenaries because we're good people. And so we're going to try our best to test out the mercenaries that still remain. Because we've gotten a good number of mercs here. How many different kinds of mercs do we have up here? We've got a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 different types of mercs. I have played Undersea Merc. I played the Diver. I haven't gotten the Witch. But I played the Diver on my League Starter character. At level 95, he's okay. He does basically Frostblades with Frostblink and then Herald of Ice. So he's not superior with the gear that I've given him. He's not superior to my mini shot with Ice Shot and Ball Ice Shot. So, but I also haven't sunk tons of currency into other mercs. Like that's what this character is about. Is about trying out other mercs. I suppose I should be using conductivity. Is he using conductivity? No, he's not using conductivity. But just because maybe lightning is the most damage that we're doing, but then again, maybe not. All right, throw those traps, buddies. Oh, we gotta watch out for the fire. Get out of there with the fire. Ah, flashbacks to my hardcore characters dying because I just stood AFK in the fire. Anything else I want to do over here? Yeah, I want to do this. There we go. Alright, get him. Get him! Get him, Sin! Get him, Innocence! Why does it say summon Aelith? Oh, I guess there was a breach that I didn't actually fight. Has anybody else in chat done the Sea Witch? What's the Sea Witch like? Also, I would like to try to find one of the Necromancers to see how we could actually make that work. So far, like, all of the Necromancers that we found have basically had Zombie of Gigantification, and that was kind of it. I think one of them had Body Swap. Uh-oh, is this more fire? This is more fire. But if you stand up here, if you stand the opposite side of where he starts it, it won't hurt you. Don't worry, the fires can't hurt you. Just like the Flame Charlatan. Don't worry, the Flame Charlatan can't hurt you. He does no damage. A new dawn rises! I bet this is like a 16-hour character. 11 hours! Wowee, 11 hours worth of just messing around in the campaign. Messing around with all of you in chat. Taking notes on our build guide. Oh my goodness. 11 hours. It's about 6.5 hours too long. Okay, here we go. We emerge and go to the Oriath docks. I don't even think I did a bunch of the side quests, too. I think we basically just played this like a Pokemon simulator where we were just running to collect all of the mercenaries. I must select and collect the mercenaries. Okay, so now I think I want to get some gold. So that way we can actually buy mercs. And then I want to go buy some mercs. 13 plus hour campaigns are for men of culture. Yes. I don't believe in using movement skills or movement flasks. I mean, it has been a lot of refarming zones and messing with people. I mean, look at this guy. He's using a void... Look at this guy. I need to take the void home off of this guy. Because I'm 100% getting rid of this guy. We're getting rid of him right now. Goodbye, buddy. He was probably good enough to carry us all the way to the end game. But guess what? Goodbye, buddy. Oh, that's funny. Okay, why hello, Johan. I have no gold, but I'll visit you. I think if I visit him, he'll actually give me some gold, right? Doesn't he provide gold when you come and get things set up? You should familiarize yourself. Yeah, there we go. It's Ralph who gives us the money. Thank you, Ralph. Find some ore. Find some more ore. Okay, so... We've got Dom the Blade Ambusher. That's what we've got right now. Now, what we want to do is I think I want to grab some more charts. Oh, but I'll probably die as soon as I get hit by anything down there, won't I? That's probably the way how this will go. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to try and buy a couple of charts. What are the charts that... that give gold, right? That are the clams. Contain treasure clams. Coral reef chart. Okay, we want coral reef charts. That's what we want. We want coral reef charts. Oh yeah, we were going to list this with Faustus. Let's list this. So this was like 100C? Okay, well, I'm going to list it for much less than that. What do you think about 99C? Oh yeah, I've got this that I could throw onto somebody for a unique helmet. Okay, let's go look for coral reef charts. Coral reef charts. And then what specifically are we looking for? The clam-infested shelf. Clam-infested shelf. This is what we are looking for. Did that sell already? No. Okay. I thought I heard a tink. I thought I heard a tink, but I must not have. In-person instant buyout. 60 chaos? What? Why are these things so much money? I what? That's the cheapest. $60 chaos? Okay, here's Velka, the Tide Witch. Okay, what does she do? Water Spit, Eel Body Slam. Gold is the most precious of metals. Well played, Morph. Oh, well played. Oh, this is a boss. This is a boss fight. Okay, interesting. I thought she was a merc. So this is the only one that I found. I thought that she was also a merc, but apparently not. Okay, well I was looking for the gold thing, but look at this. Like, gold only shows up right here. What about this? Infested bathyspheres? Contains many gold piles. Sandy seabed. Infested bathyspheres. How much is that? That's going to be way bigger, right? Infested bathysphere. No, that's cheaper? Okay, I'll take it. Let's see if I die instantly. I'll take it. 6C. What else? This is 8C. I'll take it. What is this? 750? I'll take it. Alright, let's go die. Let's go die in the underwater. Because surely we're going to get hit. And it's going to be bad. Yeah. We do not have enough HP for this. Let's chart an area. Oh wait, I need to... Let's identify items. Let's chart an area. Oh my science. Okay, well we're gonna try it. We're gonna descend. We're gonna try and stay alive. Do I have my phasing flask? Yes, I do. I have my phasing flask. Do I have auto... Oh my goodness. If I get touched by anything, I'm going down. Woo! There's treasure clam. Now this is pod racing. Okay, anything else that I want to touch besides treasure clams? I don't think so. I think... Woo! It's just treasure clams. Hey, we made it out! Ha ha! Look at that, I made it out with 3,000 gold. That was worth it. Alright, let's do it again. Oh man, that was a rush! An absolute rush! Oh, this could have life rolled onto it. Why don't I have at least crafted life on there? I should at least craft life. There's a crafting station down here, right? Yeah, there is. You can't speak to Helena in the forest and complete the intruders in black in order to use this? What? What? Are you kidding me? I can't use the crafting bench on the boat? Excuse me?
I thank you for it. Journey well.
What kind of weird progression is that? Today I learned that you can't use the crafting bench on the Sovereign until you talk to Helena. Alright, let's give ourselves a little bit of life here. Anything else? Oh, look at that cold resistance. Yuck! Okay, let's come back up here. I don't think I have a purity right now. Let's go buy one from Lily. Or do I have a purity? I probably have a purity. It's probably hiding. It's like, no, don't make me go. I want to stay in the stash. Purity. There we go. Purity elements. Ta-da! Alright, we don't need the damage right now. We just need purity of elements and haste. There we go. We're just trying to stay alive here. That's it. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to click on treasure clams and get a little bit of gold here. Okay, they're already attacking me. I'm already gonna die. Oh! Nope, there's nothing up there. I don't know why I went that direction. There's only 3 lanterns left. 2 lanterns left. 1 lantern left. Get out of here. Whoop. Oh, I'm not making it out! I'm not making it out! There's no way I'm making it out! Oh, shield charge. Shield charge, don't fail me now. I missed the quest item. I don't care. We made no gold, but we made some dead man stuff. Alright, hopefully this place has got some gold. Alright, let's find out. Alright, let's recover. Gold pile. There we go. Now this is pod racing. Alright, 1 all flame. Oh, there it goes. Get up there to the bathysphere. Alright, we're out of there. Whew. Area charted. Alright, we're at 5,000. I don't think there's any way that I can do a voyage. I will just instantly die in the voyage. There's no way. Not with this passive tree. And not with this HP total. Actually, this HP total is keeping me alive right now. It's pathetic. I need to come in and grab what else? I need to come grab like endurance charges. Is it a small cluster that gives you endurance charges every time you're hit? Where is that? Endurance charges. Unique items. No, not unique items. What's it called? It's called a cluster. Cluster jewel. Gain 1 charge every second if you've been hit recently. Enduring composure. Is that on a small one? I I think that's what that is. Enduring composure. I think it's on a small. Yeah, it's on a small. It's only 40C. It's not bad. Not bad at all. But could I get one on a 2C? Or on a 2 passive? I could. It's 6,000 gold. It's more gold than what I have. Never mind. All right, let's get to the hideouts. Let's get back to the hideout. So we got some gold. We tried some gold. That was interesting to try and get some gold. we did end up with a net positive of gold. Right? So if I just maybe if I don't do eye level 80, that's an idea. Let's not do eye level 80 zones. Oh, that's a good idea, Iron. Iron, why are you so smart? Why are you so smart? Okay, chart gold. We're going to say like 60. Yeah, we're going to say that. And then where's the area level? Not requirements. Area. There it is. Area level max. We're going to say like 75. And we're going to say minimum is like 70. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Let's go here. These are all like 630 gold. Seafloor ridges. I don't even know what that means. But we're going to hope that we can find some treasure clams that give us, I don't know, 100,000 gold? Give us 100,000 gold. And then once we've got 100,000 gold, 50,000 gold, we can actually start buying some uniques. Start using some of these uniques on some of these mercs.
I'd consider that a win.
I'm open to suggestions, by the way, at this point. If you all have suggestions about a particular merc that you'd like us to run, to try, to purchase, I'm open to suggestions. So give us a shout out in chat. Let me know what merc you want us to run, and name me at least one unique that you want us to try with that merc. So that's the requirement, all right? Name at least one merc that you want us to try, and then one unique that you want us to try with the merc. And we'll give it a shot. Okay, Blade Ambusher is... he's doing his best over here. Can I not go to the bathysphere? You have to go to Valerie? I could have sworn I could have just gone to the bathysphere. Maybe once you start running them, you can. Alright, so we're going to go this way. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Now this is pod racing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Okay, we want this. We want this. We want this. We want this. Okay, that was good gold. How much did we get? We just got 30,000 gold. We just got 30,000 gold in a single chart. Oh my goodness. That is indeed what I am talking about. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's keep doing that. Just 30,000 gold every time. And then we'll only need to run 3 of these. Alright, let's go this way. The enemy's gate is down. Nope. Nada. Nothing. Okay, nothing spectacular here. We're out of here. Go back down into this one. Alright. The enemy's gate is to the left. That's what we're going to try.
There's chaos.
Oh, there's chaos. Ooh, there's nothing down here. We're looking for gold. Why am I farming? We're looking for gold. I've got divs galore. I've got divs and chaos for days. I don't want them clicking on stuff. Should not click on that. Come back this direction. Come back this direction. Make our way back up to the top. We're just looking for those treasure clams. That's what we like. We're looking for the clams! It's all about the clams! Alright, any more treasure clams? There's a treasure clam! Oh! Let's make it out of here.
There's chaos. There's chaos.
Alright, thank you, Kramer. There is chaos. Can I make it this way? Can we make it up? There we go. This is where phasing comes in. Phasing is so handy. It is quite good. Phasing is quite good. Alright, so we want to go eventually and get an Enduring Composure small cluster. And then we'll stack some... Ooh, there we go. Well, this is pod racing.
There's chaos. There's chaos.
And we will go get... Ooh, there we go. Ooh, watch out for that. That's a lot of baddies. Then we're going to go get the small cluster jewel. That'll give us some endurance charges. And then we will actually go... I think we'll go grab like 3 or 4 endurance charges on the tree. 2 or 3 endurance charges on the tree. Just so that way we're tanky and we can try things out with the Merc. Which means we need to actually be able to take a hit on our character. Alright, here we go. Anything? No, this isn't going to have any clams. No clams. No clams. Oh, that's sad. No clams. Alright, let's go here. We got one more. We got 2 more. Okay, 2 more. We're at 68,000. That's pretty good. For what, 5 charts? Come on, a couple more clams. Come on, clams, baby. Clams. When you're not hunting for messages in a bottle, but you're actually hunting for clams. Oh, nope. None of those will work. None of those are clams. Bummer. Up we go. Clams. Come on, baby. Clams, clams, clams. I don't think there's going to be any clams down here. I'm not seeing any clams. I'm seeing sunken loot. Not seeing no clams, Jerry. Nope, no clams. Nope. That's a bummer. Okay, so we got up to 68,000. So that's at least enough for us to get started. Right? We could buy a couple of uniques with that. If we wanted to. Alright, I need to take this back to Valerie, get it out of my inventory. I need to hit /passives. Is it go downstairs, actually? Yeah, it's Vesper, not Valerie, that we gotta hand this stuff to. There we go. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. +1 to the All-Flame Lantern. Alright, let's go back up here to the hideout. Oh, I need to run a map with Oriath, don't I? To actually access my area. Also, I'm going to pull up mercenaries, the list of mercenaries. So let's go grab an Enduring Composure passive. There we go. That's pretty good. Enduring Composure for 50C. Could do worse, Exile. Alright, let's come up over here and go to Mercenaries. Alright, let's pull up the Mercenaries. And what do we want to do here? Because we want to kind of compare what we've got, what we've done, who we've got remaining. We kind of want to compare those things. So let's look here. List of mercenary classes. Earthshaker. I don't think we used an Earthshaker. So that'd be interesting. We used the Eruptor. Did we use a Ripper? I don't think we used a Ripper. Smolder Strike. I don't think we've used this. I think the Ripper and the Smolder Strike I got on both of my other characters on Luke's start. The Striker. Is that a two-hander? No, it looks like he's using a one-hander. Yeah, he's one-handed, one-handed. So Earthshaker and Eruptor are the two-handers. So maybe I should go look for an Earthshaker while I've got a Void Home. So what should we try with that? Tectonic Cascade. Slams the ground, unleashing a fiery fissure in front of you, dealing area damage and randomly releasing a number of smaller fissures branching off from it. Consume an endurance charge every third time you slam the ground with the skill. Interesting, so it's a little bit like Tectonic. Earthquake of Amplification. Oh, he's got Burrow. Nice. What does L mean next to these? What does L or N or H mean? That's interesting. I don't know what the N's mean. Okay, anybody else that uses two-handers? These guys require staves. Staff or a war staff. So it's not just any two-hander. A two-handed mace. The Winter Deacon. Earthquake of Winter? I could get behind that. Should we try the Winter Deacon? Let's try one. Let's see if there's a Winter Deacon out there. Winter Deacon. Is there a Winter Deacon somewhere? Oh, these are only 1,000. Okay, that's not so bad. Could we get like a super greedy roll on this then? Storming Zealot and Disintegrator. Okay. Let's add that. Let's make a list. To try. Requests to try. We're going to do that. Requests to try. I'm going to add to this so that way we've got like a list. And we'll do a couple of maps with one. And then we'll jump on to the next one. So Storming Zealot using Disintegrator. Morph. It's the Ice Crush guy. Didn't feel too good, but maybe with more links it's better. That's the Winter Deacon. Okay. Vol Glacial Hammer. Greater Cooldown Recovery, Tier 3. Glacial Hammer. Greater Hypothermia. Ice Crash. Greater Pulverize. Gilded Ice Crash Radius. Let's try this guy. For 1C. He's got gilded something. So let's try it. Let's try it for 1C. He is eye level 83. He's probably going to kill me instantly, won't he? Did I just buy something that's going to kill me instantly? I didn't think that part through. I'm going to have to get some good mercs before I can get some good mercs. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's funny. Okay, Kirak. Here we go. The job never ends. Yes, it does. Every game's servers eventually go down. It's a tragic reality. All right, let's go to the Frosted Ashen Woods. All right, here we go. We've got our Purity on. We've got Haste on. We've got our Faithful Trapper. Let's go. We're mapping, baby. We're map blasting. In Tier 1 maps. All right, let's see how he does. Throw your traps. You can throw your trap. There you go. See, I feel like his damage is good, but it's just the delay. It really is just the delay of actually throwing down the traps. And that's really noticeable. Which is more noticeable and which is more annoying, though? Like, a mercenary not doing the move that you want them to do, they're just spamming something that, like, doesn't do any damage? Or a mercenary who, he does damage, but it takes a while for his damage to appear noticeable because it's delayed via a trap. Right? Maybe a Cardinal with the Gray Spire? Okay. I don't know that one, but we're going to add that on. Cardinal with Gray Spire. So that's a request to try. Oh, we were also going to say, Martin said earlier something about aggressive bleeds. Right? Wasn't it the Bloodletter? Bloodletter with uniques that boost bleeding. Right? So that was something as well. The Forbidden Woods. So that's something for us to try. I like this guy's voice lines. Hey, yeah! Pretty hilarious. Okay, is the boss in the center of the map? No? I forget. Nope, I already passed the boss. It's over there. What an idiot. There we go. We can connect over this way. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Aggravated bleed. Good call. There you go. Aggravated bleed. That boost blading. Aggravated. Aggravated bleed is what we want. Is it the gladiator that just gets that on their ascendancy? Something like that? Ooh, this boss. Alright, throw down your traps, buddy. Do your work. Not great damage. Not great damage. Not good damage. Not very good. Is there a trapper unique to try? There's the boots, right? There's Deerstalker boots. Is that what it is? Glad has it on the tree, along with some uniques. Right on. Alright, last guy. Throw all those stupid traps, my friend. Get that culling strike. Alright, Forbidden Troves. So, Blade Ambusher, not great. As soon as we went into maps, we were able to notice heavily. Damage not nearly as good. Right? Not nearly as good. No way. Like, Kitava was fine. Map boss, Map boss, no es bueno. So, let's try this guy. Let's try the... Let's go into an Act 1 map, or a Tier 1 map. Let's see how quickly we get blown up. In a Tier 1 map. Oh, we gotta make these magic, don't we? I don't have any transmutes, do I? Oh, I'm gonna have to actually buy some transmutes. Okay, here we go. Let's go to cells. And let's see what this is like. Traps have breach gloves, which add socketed curses to enemies, for example. Yeah, but socketed curses don't matter, right? The gem doesn't carry over to the Merc. Right? Or am I way off on that? Are there special circumstances where if it's socketed with the unique, it would stay? Okay, that's where the Merc is, down here. Holy guacamole, that's a lot of damage from the Abyss. Cool your jets there, Abyss. Cool your jets just a little bit. I don't have all my defenses yet. Please cool your jets, please. Throw down your traps, please. There we go. Nice, level 68. Alright, let's grab... Nah, let's not do that. Let's actually start going towards our small cluster. Because we have our small cluster, right? Did we buy it? Yeah, we got our small cluster over here. We'll put that right here so that way we know that we actually want to use it. So it's going to cost us 5 passive points to get over there. Alright, so here's the boss of the zone. Let's go clear the boss of the zone before we fight the Merc. Which you'd think that's silly, right? Because then I could be using the Merc to help me kill the boss. But I'm very scared that the Merc is going to kill me so many times. Actually, the Merc only gets to kill me once, right? And then the Merc just escapes. So I guess that's kind of dumb. Yeah, I should have fought the Merc first. Because even if the Merc kills me, there's only a benefit from that, right? If you beat the Merc, then the Merc is still with you for the rest of the map. So that's a good reminder.
There's chaos.
Oh, there's chaos. Thanks, Grammar. I guess that's something for us to try then, right, Morph? Something for us to try. Just to see if we equip gloves that have the socket. Okay, here's the Winter Deacon. We wanna clear out the area around it, so that way our Trapper can just focus on these guys. Hey, you guys. Hey, these guys. Okay, this would actually be good to fight him right now. Reserve, because while there's a guy in here, the blades are going to be thrown regardless. because there's blades going off. So, do your thing. Oh my goodness, he's almost dead. You see that? The Merc is almost dead. 2 of my Spectres are dead. Oh my goodness, we've done no damage, and our Spectre is dead. Okay. Alright, time for us to go back into the boss zone? Is that the way to do this? I gotta log on to my second character. There we go. Okay. Help me, my own second character. You're my only hope. Here we go. Alright, invite my second character. Because you're my only hope, second character. Invite to party. There we go. We're going to drop a portal. We're going to come into the portal. Alright. Big boy with big boy mercenary is going to come over and get the job done. Alright, get the job done, many-shot Merc. Oh wait, can he not fight the Merc? He can't fight the Merc because he didn't start in the zone with the Merc. No! So now he's just going to kill this guy and then he'll leave. Yep, and then he leaves. No! Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. That is super rough. Oh man, that's super rough. That is really rough. So I think what I need to do is buy one of these guys and go in at the start of the fight, and then we'll see. Right? So let's do that. Let's try that. Heavy Strike of Trathis on the Winter Deacon. We wanted to do the Winter Deacon with our Void Home. That's what we were trying to do. Earthquake of Winter. Fist of War. Conk effect. Increased area. Less duration. Greater Elemental. The question is how often are they going to go between these? I guess there's the cooldown here. So then he's going to Heavy Strike. Yeah. This is going to be interesting to see, like, how often. Greater elemental damage with attacks. Let's do that. Let's sort this by greater elemental damage with attacks. Tier 3. And then what else do we want? What do we say were the gilded things on these guys? Where is it? Winter... Who was it? Was it the Winter Deacon? It was two-handed. Two-handed... Winter Deacon. Okay, so let's check out Winter Deacon. It'd be nice if they had Purity of Ice. That'd be nice. So Hatred. Hatred Arctic Armor? Let's try that. Let's try that. Hatred, Arctic Armor. Hatred. And then Arctic Armor. Can he roll that? How many are there? Okay, still for only 1C. Buzz, is that a bug? What's the bug? That we can't fight the mercenary when we join the zone? Yeah, I don't know. It could be. More duration. So that means we can't use Vol Glacial Hammer. So we want... Okay. What could be gilded? What could be gilded on Earthquake of Winter or Heavy Strike? That's what we're wondering. What are the mods for this? It doesn't have anything about gilded, does it? It has nothing about gilded. Ah. Base duration. Yeah. Heavy Strike of Trathis. Does this have... Oh my goodness, this has got even less info. 2% chance to deal double damage per 10 intelligence. 150% arcane might. Okay, so let's look up... I really don't want to search by Gilded, because if I search by Gilded, then everything is just going to pop up, right? Like, Gilded what? Gilded Caustic, Gilded Extra Targets, Gilded Consecration. Like, look at this. There's just Gilded everything. And how am I supposed to know if it actually works with any of our abilities? Yeah. Gilded Freezer Burn. I don't know. Does that roll with this thing? No. I don't know. So let's just search for it. Let's just search for it again. Let's Control F for Gilded. Is there anything? Nope. Nothing Gilded. Okay, what Gilded? What Gilded? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Gilded Ice Crash Radius. And greater, faster attacks. Pulverize Fist of War on Ice Crash. Pulverize Less Duration. This is 50C. Greater elemental damage and greater area of effect. 50C. Do we want to try 50C on somebody? We're gonna do it. Yes, we want to try it. Because that's what we're all about, baby. We're all about trying these suckers. Okay. Alright. So if we actually start in the zone at the same time, before we attack the mercenary, will it then work? This is also just good testing, right? I need to use a transmute on this. Whew! Okay. Let's transmute this. Let's go into the estuary. Let's use the I-83. Alright, let's load in. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Oh, my Merc is dead. There we go. But now he's back to die once again. He does 0 damage. Alright, let's try and find the Merc. Okay, here's the Merc. Alright, so we're going to bring the help over. Let's bring our good Merc over. Okay, you have to opt in. There you go. Opting in at the start. That's what you have to do. You have to opt in at the start of the fight in order to have a friend help you take down a Merc. Okay, this Merc looks good. We're going to hire him. We're going to reserve him. We're then going to run away. Let the many-shot Merc take him out. Is the many-shot Merc doing anything to him? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, because I didn't link. That's why. I didn't flame link. There we go. Do 0 damage or do all the damage. Okay. Alright, we can now leave here with our other Merc. There we go. Alright, we can go find the boss with our terrible Merc here. And then we can switch over to this Winter Deacon, this high-level Winter Deacon. I wonder if there's a level restriction, right? Because that was a level I-83 Merc. I'm only an I-level 68 character. Is that going to be fine? I wonder how that's going to work. Is that okay? We're going to find out. We're going to find out together. Alright, here's the arena. Throw down your traps. Trap them up, bud. Trap them up. Trap them real good. Because it's the last trapping you're ever going to do. Because we have got a Winter Deacon that we're going to try and give him a Void Home. Void Home's probably not even good. Probably much better stuff at, well, I level 83. But it's going to be funny. So we're going to give it a shot. Alright, so what can we give this guy? The Winter Deacon. Rivus. The Impious. Alright, here we go. We're going to give him this. And now he's got... what does he have? We're going to dismiss this guy. Oh, that's right. Thank you. He's got the action speed. We can put action speed onto our Winter Deacon. Alright, let's put action speed on him. Why not? Oh, because it's dex-based boots. Okay, let's go put him back into the mercenary stash merc gear. Okay, so he's going to need some other sorts of boots that are good. Look at him. He's got a hop. Nice. Very nice. Sure, we're going to give you some cold damage to attacks, buddy. Alright, so Ice Crash, Earthquake, Vol Glacial Hammer, Frost Shield, Arctic Armor, Hatred. Invite! Real maps for real people. Alright. Let's give it a test shot. Now, he of course is going to be better, right? I'm assuming he's going to be better. He has to be better. He's an I-level 83 Merc. Going into a Tier 1 map. He's going to be better, right? There's zero chance that he's not better. Okay, this is with no links. There's Ice Crash. He's not fantastic. Oh, and he does this. Does he do this? What is that from? Is that from Vol Glacial Hammer? Or is that from Earthquake of Winter? Like, where does the Ice Prison come from? Because that's going to get me killed. That's totally going to get me killed. When he slams the ground and he traps me... Yeah, when he slams and traps me in a zone. Ah! Could I give him Soul Eater? It's called How to Block You In? Yeah. I mean, that's what he's doing. He's effective at it. Sometimes he leads with it. Huh. Yeah, sometimes he leads with it. This is kind of interesting. So there's his Frost Shield. Alright, there's his giant glacial cascade of walls. His Ice Crash is large coverage. I wonder if I give him... If I give him Hatred... Would that... Because he's got a good amount of physical damage. This is an I-level 83 Merc. And he doesn't seem like he does a lot of damage. Now, granted, Void Home is not, like, the most impressive weapon, but it's pretty good for attack speed. So he should be attacking fast. I wonder if he's not actually hitting. What's his accuracy? He's got phasing, so he can run through his walls. Okay, he just locks us in. Increase accuracy? I wonder what his actual chance to hit is. If only we knew. He's got a plus 51 movement speed modifier. That's kind of nifty. I want a plus 51 movement speed modifier. Okay, it's taking him forever here to kill... Oh, well, they're resistant. Okay, they're cold resistant. It's still taking him quite a while to kill a magic pack in a tier 1 map. Slam type's duration and maybe cooldown based, so attack speed probably isn't too huge on it. But you'd think he'd be doing another attack then, right? You'd think? If one thing is on cooldown, then he should be using another ability. But maybe they all go on cooldown? Alright, let's see how he does on the boss. Single target. I am not very excited about this Winter Deacon. Yeah, that's... He's eye level 83. He just had a 10% shock on him and a 30% chill. He had power charges, frenzy charges, hatred. That's a tier 1 map boss. He should be two-shotting that. Right? Right? I think that's just pretty bad. Okay, so we tried Winter Deacon. We tried a Winter Deacon in maps level 83. What did he have? I guess I should take some screenshots of this stuff, right? So we screenshotted this guy. Whoops. Screenshot at this. Ugh. Screenshot without capturing. There we go. Revis the Impious. Okay. I'm going to bring this over here. We're going to save this as Winter Deacon, as Project Mercs. There we go. Does Merc damage penalty scale off its level or area level he is in? That's a great question. But that was bad. That was really bad. So let's try another eye level 83, right? And then we could see. We could test that. That would be a theory. That would be a theory. So let's leave that for next time. For tomorrow's stream, because my plan is to be back at roughly the same time tomorrow and stream for another 2 to 3 hours again tomorrow with more data to build out and continue building out the compendium, the Luminary Beginner Build Guide to Perma Mercs. But this guy, it's like he over-rotates. Where's my screenshot here? This guy, Revis the Impious. If it's his level, he might have Giga damage penalty, so it looks worse than a random Merc. Maybe. It's possible. But then, like, the way to test that is to get another eye level 83 of a different type. And then to also get just, like, another Merc in maps that we find. And see how it goes by comparison. So he's pretty much using EQ of Winter and Ice Crash. For auras, he had Arctic Armor and Hatred. Oh, so my using Hatred did nothing, unless it just gave him a better Hatred. And Vol Glacial Hammer. Seemed like he had some cooldowns on usages, and in a tier 1 map seemed very lackluster despite high eye level. So maybe harsh penalty for zone? I mean, I love to reach patch notes. Morph, but I'm looking. I don't think... Where's the Merc damage penalty note? Mercenary damage penalty. Here we go. Is there a level? Discussing levels. Mercenaries can be taken, blah, blah, blah. You cannot have a mercenary accompany you if you are 20 plus levels lower than the mercenary's level. Okay, so that's just a binary you cannot have. So we would have to be level 63. So we're eligible to use him. Permanent mercenaries and their minions deal less damage. The penalty begins to take effect at level 45 and caps out at level 83. So his damage penalty is at the highest it's going to be. Right? So that is a good point. So this is basically the biggest his passive tree is going to get. The best his passive tree is going to get. He's got a lot of crit chance. He's got a lot of crit multi. He's got 88 to crit multi. So it's Merc level, not Aryan maps. Yeah, that's at least what it says here. At Mercenary level 45 and caps out at level 83. Their damage penalty begins to take effect at Mercenary level 45. So that at least gives us something of an answer to that, Morph. I kind of want to try out another Mercenary, but my family needs me. The kiddos need me. This is what happens when you have 5 children. I'm very thankful for my 5 children. I'm going to follow the passive tree that we talked about with the guide. So I'm going to make my way to the right to go find, where is it? Our mercenaries clusters over here. Which I think I could come down here and still take this. I think so, because this is a 30%er. This is how many passives? 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one fewer passive to come through the breach node to come over and grab 30% chance for maps to be inhabited by a mercenary. So that's where we're going to leave it for today. We've made some good progress. We finished the campaign. We got a whole bunch of uniques that we can try out. And we've got a growing list of mercenaries that we want to try out. We've got a growing list of mercenaries that we have tried out and that we're comparing. And so we're going to keep on doing this pretty much while I'm streaming. Like, this is the plan for the league. And I think I'm probably going to have a video come out either tomorrow or Wednesday ranting about how Mercs are the new minions. And that they're really exciting and flexible in all of the best ways. But yeah, I think that's the plan. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for today's stream. I'll be back at roughly the same times, whatever time zone you are in tomorrow, for this same time. For US-based folks, that is roughly from 1300 until maybe 1800 or 1900 hours. That's the plan for tomorrow. And we'll go forward from there with more Merc experimentation and with some more building out of our Mercenary Compendium Guide, and with more building out of videos and recording screens and screenshots of different mercenaries to attempt and to try. So, if you enjoyed the stream, if you're enjoying the discussions and hanging out, you can, of course, like, subscribe, and ding the bell to be notified about future video discussions and streams just like this one. You can always join the G3 Discord, which is linked down below in the video description. If you'd like to hang out, get more notifications about when I'm going live, when we're chatting about stuff, when the guild is doing stuff, And typically, if I'm not at my computer playing Path of Exile, but I'm reading something about Path of Exile, I will share it on the G3 Discord. There are perks over there for Patreon supporters, so thanks so much to all of our Patreon supporters who allow for the microphone, the headset, the chair, the computer, all the different stuff. So thank you so much again for Patreon supporters. And with that said, I am out of here until next time. And in between now and then, I hope a Mirror of Calandra drops for you.